Welcome to Zebras and Crocodiles, the pilot for the restoration of the Ford 9000 cab over. Today, I don't really have a plan, but today I plan on doing the window, the frickin' lock ring in the windows. Probably take 6 years on that, and then I'll get the walls inside here carpeted and some rubber for the floors and get all set up. And some of the wiring, if we go over here, for this nice little power inverter that I have going on, and get that all hooked up and plumbed in. So let's see where we get. Before we get too far in life, I'll show you what came in the mail today. My idea. This shift boot I have has some nice holes in it. Top is all ripped out, and trying to find one that's the right size. Like this, I can't find this anymore. So this is what I came up with. This is a Ford Bronco for a 79. It's the transfer case boot, and it's a little bit different, but it's an oval around the same size. I think I should be able to cut it out. I found that. I couldn't find it anywhere local, but I found it at the Bronco Graveyard online. And we'll see how it goes. Like I said, a little bit bigger, a little bit different. But later on in life, we'll put it together and see if it fits up. Welcome to the shop with 600 projects. So usually when doing window lock rings, there's a fancy tool. It looks like this. Basically, you stick the rubber through, and then you can run this through the gap in the ring. I'll try to show you here. There's a gap right there, and this lock ring goes through. But due to Ford being cool, the lock ring is actually thicker than this tool. So what I'll probably have to end up doing is using soap and water and painstakingly push it in with a nice little smudger thing. So after looking at it, just the way this looks, this is actually my first time installing windshield rubbers. I might be actually sticking it in backwards. So what I'll do is I'll stop here. I'll try the other side with it the other way and see how I get along here, because it seems to be going in fine, but it just doesn't look right when it goes in. So we'll give it a shot on the other side and see what's up. So we got this side in. It looks a lot better than this side, so that was in backwards. This is nice and flush. It is an old rubber, so it's going to have a little bit of marking, but all the way around looks good. But the issue I have now is the rubber looks like it's too long. So my mistake the first time was I was actually stretching the rubber while sticking it in instead of pushing it in. So with this tool I actually got it to work. What I do is I've been walking it in while feeding it rubber rather than kind of giving it. I still have to push in a little bit here, but it's going pretty good. The other side went in fine. So we're just going to finish this up here, and we should be good for the window. I still have the center one to put in, but that'll be a later issue, mostly due to because I can't find it at the moment. But hey, let's finish this up. I'm using a glass cleaner because I dropped my soapy water, and I'm too lazy to go back up and get it. So I'm pushing it in with my thumb and then wiggling it back and forth. Still have a little bit extra. I might be able to hammer it, but we'll have to restart from the beginning. So windows in, very first time doing the rubber was upside down. Flipped the rubber, looked better, but I was stretching it on this side, so there's too much overhang. Instead of cutting it and being lazy, I did the other side by pushing in the rubber instead of pulling, and that went in pretty good. And then we redid this side, and as you can see we still had overhang, but I was able to kind of push the rubber back enough to get it to pop into the bottom there. So since that part's done, I guess we'll focus on the inside of this, see if we can clean this up here. One side done. So I got the carpet in. Doesn't have to be perfect. Well, in my eyes, it doesn't have to be perfect. I got the rubber in. I put the thing so I can just sweep stuff right out. And I'm probably not going to glue it down, just in case I want to clean under it or anything like that, or add to it. We'll see. We'll see where I get at in life. I might not. But right now, it fits fine just like that. This edge could go down, but it'll be fine. So that's one box done, and I'll get to the other side here. So this is the other side. Probably going to be more of a time lapse for this one. Plus I have the old bunk heater in here, which I have to tear out because it's filled with mice. Little mice poop and stuff. So I'm just gonna find a plate and block that up, because I'm probably gonna just use a diesel heater for the most part anyways. So let's get to cleaning this up, and then I'll check back in with you later. Okay, deal. See what I mean? You can't win when there's freaking mice. The engine's pretty stiff too. Garbage. That's gross. Yeah. You want to see what I have for a plate, and then probably just block that right off. I'll take the rest of that out later in my life. Okay, so that hole back there, it's going to be a different day. I was checking my metal scrap bin, and I don't have any metal to fit it. So I have a buddy. It's going to give me a nice, perfect round plate for that. So I'll fill that in the future. And while I was checking for metal, I kind of got distracted and then not did anything for 2 hours straight. So that's probably going to be it for today. If I end up editing this together and put it in piece and something that you might enjoy, the restoration of this truck. I plan on working with this truck once it's all good and complete. And I'll try sharing my challenges and how I get around non-available parts and everything in the future here. If you enjoyed this somewhat, please like. Next week I'll probably get going on this inverter, mock it up on the wall right there, and then wire it into the cab. I think that'll be my plan. So, Tim Hortons, Princess Auto Adventure, all good. You guys have a good night. The snow never ends.